And this all goes into the kingdom of heaven. This is a promise made to our forefathers. Our enemies are going to go down. They have no peace. You got to look at the Bible in the hands of our enemies as the Ark of the Covenant was amongst them ugly ass Hamites. Remember, they took it and like, shit, we got it now, fuck Israel. But they was getting more fucked up having it in their possession than fucking actually taking it from like, oh shit, give it back to them. But then the Lord said, before you give it back though, I'm gonna need something from your ass. So the Lord is telling that to Esau, like, hey, before you completely come out with the truth, I'm gonna fuck you up for what you lied about. See, the truth is starting to come out now of who the people of the Lord are. Because people, it's funny how everybody hates the Israelites, but it made them go into the scriptures. Our apostles and elders made all these fucking Christians and these non-believers and these atheists and Esau go into the Bible and like, oh shit. When you really read it, it is really all about Israel. Shit. Damn. But then they say, who is Israel? Ain't there people over there in the land? Damn, is it really these Negroes, Latinos, and natives? If it is, we in trouble. Go ahead.
So verse 12 again, in the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land.
And just like Joshua and Caleb seen the land and came back with a good report, we see the blessings our land through the scriptures. Like we seen it. And we believe what the Lord said, just like Joshua and Caleb. They had another spirit on them. They ain't had no fearful, weak ass spirit. These other camps got a weak, fearful ass spirit. Like, how those shit? We need our own land. Nigga, we got land. We don't need no land over here. We got land over there already. We just gotta wait for the Lord to give it to us.
Right.
And the difference is, we're in the wilderness at this time. A lot of our people is provoking the Lord as they did in the wilderness. They're not believing. They talking shit. They sick of the manna. Like, damn, we just eating this manna on it. That's all we gonna eat. All we gonna tell you is Yahweh Shema Shah. If you get sick of that, nigga, go to another video. Shit. Go to TikTok. Big Bang,
like
whatever.
Apostle Tahar said back in the day, he said, go watch puppies run around in the park on YouTube.
Hey, wasn't that the first YouTube video? Was the damn puppy running around with a cat playing the piano, one of the two.
Cat drinking out of the toilet and shit.
Yeah. Go
viral.
Go watch the cat playing the piano and shit. You don't have to watch us.
Hey, so funny you say that because I have a coworker that watches cats and dogs on YouTube all day. Sits on their lunch and like
All you said in great dignity. Right.
Did you read the part where it says he built an altar where he called the place Bethlehem?
No, I didn't.
You're talking about Sirach,
No, it's in Genesis.
Is it Genesis?
Yeah, I'll keep reading that.
Because what Jacob did there, he did nothing no different than what Abraham did, Isaac. When the Lord blessed him with either a land or like in Isaac's time, the well, he was blessed with that well, right? And he had the whole land with, just, man, if you read the story of Isaac, his whole life, blessing. Read about Abraham, blessing. And the Lord was constantly letting him know, I'm with you. I'm going to be with you and you'll see it after you. In the life of Jacob, it was just turmoil, right? But it was a blessing in it all. Look at our life. Turmoil, ups and downs, like, God damn. Is the Lord dealing with us? He is, because the promise.
every day.
So in Genesis 35, but I got to jump up to verse 7. So in verse 7, it says, and he built there an altar and called the place El Bethel.
Woo. Hey, what are we building? What did our apostles build? An altar in the land of Egypt. And tell you that in Isaiah, and they shall build an altar at the borders thereof, and shall cry out because of the oppressors, plural, and the Lord shall send them a savior, a great one. The coming of the just one. Yeah.
Because there the Most High appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother.
Hey, didn't we do that when we came to the truth? We fled from the face of Eve because we got out of his system, but that made us more of a prey. Like, shit, there they go in the open. Like, oh shit. Like Neo and shit, now the Smiths after you and shit. Mr. Anderson, they still looking for you and shit. You like, oh shit. So we're building an altar, just like Jacob built an altar, and the Lord was in that place. And keep reading a little more. there's another part where it said that Jacob didn't know that the Lord was in that place. Because the whole time we didn't know that the Lord was looking at every aspect of our life until we came to the truth. Damn, it all makes sense. And all that led to this right here. Damn. And then you look at the history like, damn.
Hey, personal testimony, man. About 2011, I was dealing with my woman, and she had a brain aneurysm, right? And I was taking care of her for like months. And the day I went back to work, I got off of work and I was driving up the street. And the spirit said, stop. I stopped at the park. And I was like, I didn't know what was going on and fighting and shit. At this time, I didn't know the Lord. I didn't know nothing about the Lord. But as I was dealing with him, I looked up and I saw that face. I saw the Lord's face. And 3 years later, I come into the truth. So that tells me that the Lord was always with every single one of us, man.
And the kicker was, he told you at that moment, you're done with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need you.
Yeah. And the reason why he gave her a major brain aneurysm, he said the reason I did that because I wanted you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's the spirit, man.
So it tells you that he's dealing with men. He ain't dealing with no boys. He ain't dealing with
It's the
no.
Lord's will.
Yeah.
Because he did that with Moses. He did that with Abraham. He called them from the life that they thought they had and was like, you come and serve me. We all did it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Because, hey, bro, that's not an easy thing to do. Like, to leave everything you knew and serve the Lord. It was in your spirit. It said the Lord placed the fear of the Lord with the faithful in the womb. So you was always going to come to the Lord regardless if you thought it or not, because you're the people of the Lord, man.
Only the elect is come from that cloth.
That's it. Oh, and it also tells you in Psalm, David said, he said, my father and mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up.
Yeah.
We were forsaken of our people because they didn't know. They didn't tell us where we came from. So it was as if like we was just dead. Like we didn't have no parents. We was just dead. Like nobody told us who we were. But then the Lord took us up. Same what happened to Terah. If you go into his name, I think it means like to slumber. He fell asleep. Like the sons of God after Noah's time fell asleep to who the Lord was, but then the Lord woke up. That same seed line again through Abraham. It says, I'm the one that's been dealing with your line for the longest. Now, I'm going to let you know what I've always promised you. This land, which is the same land Adam was kicked out of. If you can receive it. Come on, man. Go ahead,
I got a quick read what you was going into. This is Matthew chapter 25, verse, I'm going to start at 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Like the brothers going into, the Lord is dealing with man. So, Lord willing, we those man, we about to receive a kingdom, man.
That's right.
Before the foundations of the world was set. That's powerful, man.
Yep.
I mean, what else do we have,
I got something. This is Romans 9, and I'm gonna start at the 8th verse. It says, let me start at the 7th verse. It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham or the children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. This that is that which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of Yahweh, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Counted for the seed, because Abraham had many children. He had many sons. Ishmael was his firstborn, but he was of the bondwoman. He's of the flesh. That's the Arabs today. They got their blessing and shit, but they don't have what we have. See, all the nations had they time to rule. Esau had majority of the earth on lock, but he's not chosen. See, the Lord gave this dude a lot. You would think carnally, but he ain't gonna live forever. We are. We gonna get the earth and live forever and go beyond the earth.
That's right.
That's That's the seed of the chosen, the seed of the promise. Right? Go ahead, huh?
Verse 9, it says, "For this is the word of the promise, that at this time I will come, and Sarah shall have a son."
And that's how you know the Lord was always in the midst of us. Even when we forgot, just like Terah had fallen asleep, Abraham's father, the Lord didn't forget about that line. He came in Abraham. At that time, Abram, I'm your great reward. Like, through me, like, through me, shit, hey, you gonna get back up here. Yeah.
Verse 10 says, "And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac."
And that's the Lord being in the midst of us again. He was Isaac. And who was he also? Solomon. Yeah, so he is an Israelite. So us talking about the kingdom of heaven is for Israel, and you say it's for everybody else, you a goddamn blasphemer, man.
Yep.
Because the Lord himself is an Israelite. So you saying that it ain't his kingdom? In retrospect, it's the Israelite kingdom, because the king of Israel is going to be ruling it.
Right.
Come on, man. You can't have the kingdom of heaven without the king of Israel. Come on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 11, "For the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil."
Hey, that's it. Because you would think Esau and the carnal says, like, look at all that they've done. God, look they committed iniquity. They breaking your law. And you would think that the Lord would do away with us. But the Lord is looking at it like, nah, before all this even happened, I knew what they was doing. They're my chosen still, you the cursed, and it's going to play out the way the Lord wants it to play out.
And Jake is wicked, but a lot of our wickedness is a result of our environment under Esau Edom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we are called, as the scripture says, the city of peace. We're a people of peace, man. You know, if we're left to our vices, we don't need Esau.
That's right.
These other nations. That's why when we set up different things like Black Wall Street and such, we flourish and we prosper.
But we were missing one thing.
Right.
How about you?
Right. Because think about this aspect of it. Like you mentioned, a lot of the reason Jake is wicked as they are at their environment. Think about crack. Esau invented crack, all right, and the only reason why Jake was selling crack is because they under this system where they poor and they needed money, and the only reason why Jake is smoking crack is for the same reason. But who made the crack?
He put that bottle to thy neighbor.
Yeah. That's a weapon. He used it as a weapon. He wanted to kill and slay his brother Jacob.
What was to get that giveth him drink?
That's exactly what Esau did. Now, it was a righteous call to put us under this man's hand, because we went off.
13th verse.
But this dude helped forward the affliction. He went too far. And
To
the
this
Lord-
day.
Now the Lord got
Beyond envy.
beyond envy. And the Lord gonna step in, man. Just like the Lord stepped in on Cain, ugly ass, like, nigga, where your brother at? You hold up, my brother's keeping. He's like, man, your brother's blood is crying to me right now.
Apply to the Most High like that? Damn.
That's how you know he's a demon.
Nigga.
Like, you know?
Earthquake. Going back to Romans 9 and 11, it says, "For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the promise of Yahweh, according to the election, might stand."
The Lord has already chosen who he wants. Jacob, Israel.
Not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, "The elder shall serve the younger."
So Esau served us during the reign of David and Solomon, but then he broke out of that, and he's going to serve us again in the kingdom of heaven. That's clear right there.
That's right.
You can't get around it, man.
Verse 13,
And the Lord is so powerful, he put the book of the heathen's own slavery in the midst of it. Like you want to bring forth your conqueror. It's just like the Ark of the Covenant. That's why that story is so beautiful, as it tells you in Romans. The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. The Ark of the Covenant was amongst some ugly ass Hamites, and they was moving it from city to city. It was fucking them up. Yeah, it's fucking them up. Now the scriptures is everywhere. And it is a beacon of Esau's destruction against his own ass and shit, man. He's going to be
Literally.
destroyed. the words written in it, he can't get rid of those words. He can burn the Bible, he can Fahrenheit 451, whatever. It's still gonna come to pass. The cat's out of the bag.
Hey, that devil Joel Osteen said we gotta stop reading the Bible.
But he's
Then-
thieving,
yeah, he said that. He told his congregation
Because
that.
he don't even resonate with it.
Because he threw and it ain't for him.
Read this.
Well, it is for him, but it ain't for him. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 13, and it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Here it is.
That's the beautiful thing, that the Lord does hate people, especially Esau, man, and his own people, man.
2/3 at this time. That's it. Hey, the kingdom of heaven is within you, man. The kingdom of heaven, just Esau seeing us is hell to him. Because he know as long as, and it's funny, I was thinking about it this week. The last airbender, who was left? Aang, right? And he was what? A male.
Yeah.
So that was a danger to the fire. There's like, oh shit. Because who did he eventually have children with? With Katara and shit. To bring back the fucking Air Nation, bro. So who's gonna bring back Israel? The men, the males. That's why a remnant has to be left. You can't just wipe us all the way out, because Israel is gonna remain. The Lord promised that. He said a remnant gonna return to the mighty power. Bring it on out. You got anything else?
This is Romans 9.
Hey, bring that token out right there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna let you bring that out right after. This is the
Real quick though. This is
Oh,
one
go
little
ahead.
verse.
Hey, go ahead.
This is Romans 9. And just this one verse 27. Isaiah also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved.
Ooh, go ahead. Huh? Read that again.
Romans 9 and 27.
Do we have to drill this into the head of this world? There's a remnant left. Hey, really, you look at it, man, we on some Omni-Man stuff.
Yep.
We've been trained for this. Like, we forgot the briefing that was in the spiritual realm, but you remembered it. You turned on like, oh shit, I finished the mission.
Right.
Yeah. You know? Oh, remember my man Vegeta, when Goku was about to kill Frieza? Remember Vegeta was dying and shit? And he's like, kill that fucking motherfucker, that piece of shit. What he did to our race, our people. Like, kill his ass. Like, and that Vegeta was crying, bro. He was crying for Goku to kill that motherfucker, man. And that's what we doing. We crying for the Lord to kill this piece of shit.
That's right.
Go ahead, Art.
Again, Romans 9 and 27. Isaiah also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea.
There's so many of our people, but yet they don't know of our power. They don't know what's coming for them. They don't see the kingdom of heaven. Because it's funny, because Jake always want to see a visual, but they can't see this unless they have spiritual eyes.
A remnant shall be saved.
A remnant shall be saved. A remnant is going to see the kingdom of heaven. They're going to understand that it's within them. The ministry of citizens. All right? Just like in the Man of Steel movie, man. He had his whole culture, race of people within inside of himself, man. And then you had, what else did they have? That world engine to turn Earth into Krypton. Each Bible is a world engine. It's further turning this earth into the world of Israel, man. Because it states that the end of the world, the end of the age is that of Esau. And the beginning of the world to come is that of Jacob.